Let's say you're a software developer working on a website. You are working on a big feature which requires a lot of different changes. As you're working on that feature, your boss asks you to release a small part of that feature early. This should be a simple task if you've already made that change as part of the feature that you're working on. However, the problem you might face is how do you isolate just the small change without merging the entire feature branch into the main branch? This is the situation that cherry picking aims to resolve. So in this example, I have this dummy website. And let's say hypothetically, the feature that I'm working on is redesigning the entire website. So let's say to start off, I want to remove some of the tabs on the left-hand side. So I'm on the main branch. Let's check out a nice fancy feature branch. So let's say redesign website. So I'm on my feature branch, and I want to remove those 3 tabs on the left-hand side. Easy enough. Now we come over to the website, and yep, the 3 tabs are gone. So let me go ahead and commit that change. Removed the bottom 3 tabs. Okay, so we've made our first commit. That's our first change. Let's come back to our website, and the next change that I want to make, let's say, is changing the color. I don't really like this purple here. I want to switch to a color that I like more. So let me come over to this color section. These are the colors that I have defined. I don't want to use this indigo, which I'm currently using right now. Let me switch over to teal. So I'm going to create palette. Let's remove the import for indigo. Add in teal. And then we'll switch over to teal down here as well. And we come back to our website. And yeah, I like this color more. I think it's just different. So yeah, let's go ahead and commit that change. We've changed just the one file. Stage it for commit. And then we'll write a commit message saying that we changed color from indigo to teal. Okay, so we've had 2 commits so far. What's the next change we want to make? So when I come back to this dashboard, I don't like this down 16% statistic. I don't want to see it anymore. So let's just remove that tile entirely. So we'll come over here. This is the overall total customers tile. We'll remove that import. Actually, first let's see where we're using it. Okay, let's just remove this entire tile. Oh, okay. So the tile's gone. But now we have a lot of extra space here on the right. So before we go ahead and delete the component entirely, let's just adjust the width of the other tiles so that they take up the whole screen. Okay, yeah, I like that better. And now we'll get like a warning here because we're not using this component anymore. So let's just go ahead and delete that import. And then while we're at it, we might as well just delete the entire component. So let's come here, overall total customers. Let's just go ahead and delete that. Okay, so everything looks good. We've made changes to a few files. Let's go ahead and check here, 2 files. I like the changes that we've made, so we'll stage them for commit. And then we'll say we removed the total customers tile. Okay, so we've made 3 commits. And let's say at this point, this is where my boss comes to me and he says, hey, I want to merge one of the changes that I think you've already worked on, which is the color change. I want to merge that into the main branch right now. So what I could do, since I've already made this change, I could just start from scratch. I could check out main, and I could just do the same changes that I've already done in the main branch. The problem is, in this example, that works, but in the real world, it's probably going to be a much larger change. And there's really no reason to be copy and pasting changes that you've already done. So what I can do here is I can cherry pick the change that I've made. So like I said, we've made 3 commits so far. We're on this branch redesign website, and we can look at the commit history and see the 3 commits that we've made. So the first one was for removing the bottom tabs. Yeah, this looks good. The second one, this is the one that we want to merge into the main branch. We swapped out indigo for teal. That looks good. And then the final one was removing the overall total customers tile. So the problem is I just want this change. So let's say I'm going to cherry pick. I will copy the commit ID of this commit. I'll come back here. I'm on the feature branch still. So let me go ahead and make a new branch just for the color change that I want to merge into main. So I'll go to the main branch and create a new branch called important color change. Okay, so now we're on a new branch, and since this was created off of main, it doesn't contain any of those 3 commit changes that we had made. So the color is still indigo, the total customers tile is still here, and we still have the login, register, and error tabs on the left hand side. So let's say I want to implement the color change into this branch. I will do git cherry pick and then the commit ID. Okay, so we cherry pick that one change. Now we come back here and we see that the color has been swapped from indigo to teal, and it doesn't include the other 2 changes that we had made for the tabs on the side and the total customers tile and the width of the other tiles. So now let's go ahead and merge just the color change into main. So we're on this color change branch, and let's just copy the branch name, important color change. Go back to main. Check out main. And merge that. So now we're on the main branch, and we just have the color change, and that's it. Cherry picking is a concept that I think a lot of newer software developers tend to struggle with, but hopefully this example illustrated when and how to use it. And yeah, please leave a comment if you have any questions or would like to see examples of other software development concepts. Thank you.